Our nervous system is like a vast and intricate network, split into two main parts, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is the command center, comprising the brain and the spinal cord, which are in constant communication. The peripheral nervous system is like a web of sensory organs and nerves that span our bodies. Picture nerves as long cables of nerve cells, also known as neurons, transmitting signals to each other. Now, let's dive into the brain, our body's most complex organ. It's the chief controller, dispatching and receiving messages throughout the body. Various sections of the brain oversee different bodily functions. Nestled at the rear of your skull is the cerebellum, in charge of your movements, balance, and posture. The thalamus, nestled deep within the brain, serves as a receiving station for messages from the body, forwarding feelings of pain, touch, and temperature to different brain regions. The hypothalamus, surrounding the thalamus, governs automatic body functions like the beating of our hearts and blood circulation. The pituitary gland, attached to the hypothalamus, holds command over most of the body's hormones. The cerebral cortex, the outer shell covering the central parts of the brain, is split into two hemispheres. These hemispheres house nerve centers for thought and voluntary action. Nerve fibers from these two hemispheres cross paths in an area known as the medulla before continuing down the spinal cord. Interestingly, each hemisphere typically governs functions on the opposite side of the body. For instance, an area in the left hemisphere controls the right arm's movement. Once messages depart the central nervous system, they're transported by the peripheral nervous system. This system comprises cranial nerves, branching from the brain, and spinal nerves, branching from the spinal cord. These nerves ferry sensory messages from receptor cells in the body back to the central nervous system. Receptor cells are the nerve cells that sense conditions in our surroundings. Sound waves are detected by receptors in our ears, while those in our skin perceive heat, cold, and tactile sensations. The autonomic nervous system, a subset of the peripheral nervous system, governs muscle actions that are automatic responses, known as reflexes. Reflexes are body protectors, responding to potentially harmful situations. For instance, if your hand accidentally lands on a hot stove, a reflex ensures you withdraw your hand swiftly. The feeling of pain triggers a message to the spinal cord, which relays it to a nerve leading to the brain. This same spinal cord nerve instantly directs a message back to your hand's muscle, instructing it to move away from the stove. This reflex action to avoid pain happens even before the brain gets the signal, so you react to the pain before you're even aware of it.